Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Libra, we have the Princess of Discs, which is one of my favorite energies, probably because I'm a Virgo, right? But I love this earthy energy, this place of creativity really coming to form, right? Not just the daydreams and the ideas and the kind of abstract inspirations. No, this is where we are beginning to manifest, where we are beginning to really see something through into the physical. Okay, so did I already do this? I think I did. I'm gonna tap it again. I got carried away talking here. Okay, let's see what the tea leaves are going to tell us here. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you would like to hit the like button or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we have maybe a fairly large family. Anyways, I perceive it as being large. Maybe, a household of 3, 4, 5 people. Parents, siblings, the children. We have, it looks like, a lot of, ordeals and joys and moments of laughing and dancing, and that's what I'm seeing in the middle, the dancing, right? But also we have kind of a sad face here. We also have people that look like they're kind of maybe holding hands and one pulling one direction, the other pulling the other direction. We have up here, it looks like maybe a little bit of conflict. We have a person here holding something, maybe even kind of throwing something. Now up here we have the number, it looks like 285. Okay, 285. We also have the number 20 here, 20. And so I feel there is really some issue that has, it's some kind of issue and we have the sun up here. We have a person standing beneath with the sword. We have a person over here with his shield and a person with a sword up here. So I almost feel like it's like some old kind of maybe family secret, an old incident, something that you had no idea about. Maybe the whole family kind of was in the dark. There was like 1 or 2 people, or maybe the old heads of the family, the elders of the family knew about it. But I feel like this thing comes to light, okay? And to some degree, I almost feel like you're looking back over your memories and feeling kind of almost like everything's a lie. Right? And this happens when we feel like we've been wronged, or, some part of something kind of, begins to disintegrate. And we think, oh, I've wasted all of my time. Everything has been a lie. And I think of this really, the example that comes to mind is like if you're married to somebody or in a long-term relationship. And maybe you spent years together and you find out, okay, maybe they've been unfaithful, or they've been having a secret life. They maybe, I don't know, have like a whole other family somewhere, or whatever, right? And you look over this relationship and you think like, they've been lying to me the whole time. Everything has been a lie. Now, is that true? Kind of the sweeping generalization? Probably not. Probably not everything has been a lie, but it feels like it. Because you're seeing it from a perspective that is different than you had once kind of dwelled in. And that can be really destabilizing. That can be really confronting. It can be disheartening, heartbreaking. But it can also be an opportunity to kind of have a deeper understanding of the dynamics of the situations going on. I mean, even, you know, as we just kind of grow up, right? And we go through different parts of our life. And we look back and we think, maybe I was a little harsh, or well, here's my big example in life. My parents, they passed away when I was young. I was 11 and 12 years old when they passed away. Now, my mother, my biological mother, who I love, I try to honor her every day. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a lot of pain and resentment and just not understanding, right? Not understanding her. Well, I was young when she transitioned, so, and among other circumstances and whatever, okay? So I couldn't understand for a long time. I tried, couldn't understand. Now, I became a mother. And I can't say that I fully get how my mother lived and her choices and how she parented, but I can understand what it is to be a mother, the loneliness that can happen, the fear, the unknowns. I mean, just having a being that you are in charge of, right? You gotta keep this person alive, and not only that, help them find a way to thrive in this world. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of work. Not everybody is cut out for it. Not everybody really, you might even think, I want to do this. This is all I've ever wanted to do. And then you get what you want and you realize, I don't love this. I don't love parenting. I don't, whatever. Or you might be like me where I said, I never want to do that. And then it happens and you think, I don't even know. I have no idea what else I would do in life, honestly. It's the only thing I've ever done that matters is having my child and raising her. And I will always say this. It was the only thing that has ever mattered to me. Now, that might not be true for each of us, but that's my own personal experience. So this is all to say that sometimes we just grow up and we go through different, things in life. We gain perspective and we look back and we think the way that things were, the way that my family was, the way that things were handled, the way that people behaved. In that time, I didn't see it, or I didn't perceive it, or I didn't understand it, and it really was hurtful, painful, whatever. Or maybe it was idyllic. You just didn't see that there was other stuff going on. Well, we grow up and we look back and we might begin to see those things. And I think like in this situation with the son, with the swords. Now, this isn't that there is a war brewing, right? No. The sword represents that airy quality, that sharp mental clarity. Okay? The sun represents illumination. things not being hidden any longer. So I do feel that you're working through some stuff. You have this family. There's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of different personalities. And at times, yeah, some really deep troubles, but every family has that. We all have our things. I feel like this is a time where you are really starting to relieve yourself of some of the blockages. Now, this might be intentional, or this might be that there has been a shift in your understanding of your personal histories. And sometimes we're just confronted with something. We find out something about our family or our family members or whatever, and it's like there's no avoiding it. You know, I mean, of course we can lock it away and pretend it didn't happen, but why? You know, why? So I see you really going forward, right? Courageously. Knowing that this is a process that you have to participate in. Because it will help with the healing. You are evolving as a being. Your frequency, right? The energy that you display, that you that flows through you, that flows out of you, it is elevated. You are such a spiritual being that I cannot see you just avoiding this anymore. Now, I don't know that you've intentionally avoided it in the past or whatever. Maybe not. Maybe it's all coming to light right now. But I don't see you. Here's the thing, and this keeps coming up in my mind. I don't see you making excuses for anybody. You know, and I think that happens a lot. It is our natural instinct, I think, to kind of try to reason out why people that we love or who we are related to, why do they behave in the ways that they do? I don't think that you're sitting there making any excuses. This is a time of clarity, of honesty, of transparency for you. And it's something I think that you really need. Because I think that you're tired of living in the mystery or up against the mystery of things, the unknown. So let's go ahead. I want to take a look over here. Then we're going to do our oracle cards. I want to see what else is going on because we have this beautiful Princess of Discs energy. And now we have the square kind of coming together here. So I feel like, you know, you are going through this period of time where you are doing some really difficult work. But ultimately, I also think that this is where you begin to really kind of come together with people in your life. Maybe that you've lost touch with, you've lost kind of the closeness that you once had. And I think that, well, we have at least 3 people here. Look at this, 3, 1, 2, 3. We also have the fish, 2 of them, okay? So this has to do with resources. And I feel like there's almost kind of this ability to refocus as you start to kind of get through some of this stuff. You're processing, you're integrating, and feeling more and more confident, solid, stable, consistent, all of these things. And I see you with these 3 people. You are one of the 3. doing some kind of work where it's going to be bringing in some pretty good money. So maybe it is within the job that you already have. You get put on a team with 2 other people. These are like your work BFF peoples. Maybe these are like family members. Maybe you go into business with like your siblings or, you know, your parents or I don't know, somebody, right? Your best friends. Whatever it is, this alignment is really beneficial for you. Not only monetarily, but I feel like these are 2 other people that you feel, I was going to say safe with, but I feel like it's almost kind of like you feel you're very trusting, right? You know that they're going to do what they say they're going to do. This is a very rare business partnership, a very rare workplace alliance, okay? One that feels like nobody is like, you know, actually out for self. Now, we're all out for self to some degree, of course. We have to take care of ourselves. But I feel like in this alignment, there's no stopping you. You are just a powerful team. And I see your life really starting to come together, right? The square is the foundation. The square is the place that you will build from, right? And when you have everything squared away, what does that mean, right? It means that we have all of our things kind of worked out. We have it all kind of running smoothly, hopefully. You know, there is a solidness to what we're doing, okay? So I see that really coming together for you. Now I also see that there's maybe some kind of deep cleaning or maybe like a restorative project going on, maybe in the household, maybe somewhere else you're going to help somebody possibly, but I see you really kind of almost really getting into a place of flow, of like maybe your work, you're doing things like maybe on the computer, right? Or I don't know what kind of work you do exactly, but it feels like maybe you're not doing a lot of hands-on, like tactile, physical labor type of stuff. I feel like maybe at times this is a missing piece for you. And so working on whatever this project is, like yard work or housework or deep cleaning your grandma's house or whatever, right? Doing this physical stuff and also having to problem solve and anticipate and figure it out, I feel like it unlocks something in you. And you really, I think you remember how much you love to do projects. You like to be busy. You like to be hands-on. You like to do something. Like, okay, here for me, I asked Santa for a power washer, right? Because, well, power washers are cool. But it's also, if you've ever cleaned something, right, that's really dirty, especially outside, even if you're doing it with like a brush, and I'm thinking of like I don't know, like the bottom of a boat or something, or maybe even your porch, you know, and you're brushing it and you're taking away some of the algae or the dirt that's piled up on there, the spider webs, whatever, and you can see it. You can see the work. You can see it slowly all becoming brighter and cleaner and fresh and newer looking. And there's something so very satisfying about doing this kind of cleaning, organizing, You know, maybe even like you're planting trees or putting in flower beds or whatever, and you start to look and you're like, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. There's something so fulfilling about it. And I think that this will be a reminder to you, okay, that yeah, in your free time, it might be of value to find yourself some projects, to find yourself maybe even like a hobby that gets you into using your hands more, even being outside more, whatever it is, okay? But yeah, I'm looking forward to power washing. Let me tell you what. Have you ever watched videos of people power washing? I'm on the Reddit, I'm on YouTube's I love looking up those like oddly satisfying videos. And I think that's what they're called, oddly satisfying. And it is, it's just people washing stuff. And I love it. Okay, so we're going to do Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I kind of just want to see what is this next little period of time going to be like for you. Okay, so we're going to probably do 3 or 6. And I'm just going to stop where it feels right. Egotism. Eccentricity. Oops. Intuition. Okay. Acquisition. Principle. Okay. So I feel like there is an energy of uniqueness that you bring. And I think this is really within your kind of psychic and spiritual realm. And that is the intuition, but also kind of, I feel like people might perceive you as being a little bit different, maybe a little eccentric, which, listen, to me, badge of honor. Absolutely. To be called, I hope somebody thinks I'm eccentric. That would make my day. I mean, it really would. I can't wait to be like full grown, hermit, eccentric, living in a weird little art house type of deal, just strange. That's like my dream, my absolute dream. I remember when I was in high school, I read the biography of the daughter, and I feel terrible, but I forget her name. The daughter of J.D. Salinger. And J.D. Salinger famously wrote Catcher in the Rye. And also was famously a huge hermit, kind of maybe a separatist to some degree, which doesn't seem as strange now, maybe. But, I don't know. In the late 90s, when I read the book, it still was a little different to be kind of, even though I grew up around hippies, so it wasn't that weird. But, yeah, and to be kind of, I read the book and I thought, that's the life, you go have a family, you live in your own little world, you live by your own kind of creative whims, now I don't know, but kind of live that way, but not fully. But yeah, being kind of that eccentric, other, what a beautiful life, in my opinion, anyways. But then I don't really care what people think of me. So, now the egotism, the acquisition, the impulse, and the principle, I think, is a balancer here. Now, I think, the ego gets a bad rap. We have an ego because, why? It is part of whatever has developed as a safety function, survival function, really. It can go to extremes like everything else. There's a spectrum. But I do feel like, anyways, in this context, it may be part of the driving force to get you kind of in that place where you feel like, hey, not only do I deserve to kind of have everything that I want or need first and then want, but I'm going to really do what I need to do to get there. And to be in business or to really excel within your work, your career, there needs to be some aspect of that. Now, do you have to be absolutely ruthless? I don't think so. I guess it depends on your industry, but I do think that at times you maybe feel a little bit shameful about your ambition. And you might feel like, oh, people think I'm so prideful or egotistical or, self-centered or whatever. But I think that, this is necessary to some degree, right? If you want to get anywhere of elevation or perceived elevation in the material world. And, let's face it, I feel like you're trying to build something for yourself, to make money, to maybe even have some kind of, to be known or have some kind of legacy or whatever. Now, here's the thing. I think that you also, and this is where you get in your own way, is that, you can be kind of impulsive, right? At times, maybe making decisions off of a whim or a desire to feel differently in the moment, or to obtain something quickly. So just to really temper self and to be aware that you might be coming into a situation where, there might be like the easy, fast answer, but you don't necessarily want to go off of that impulsive instinct, okay? Now, we're going to roll the die 3 times for our 3 lucky numbers, okay? And this is my huge, obnoxious die. It's 100 sides, 1 through 100. Okay, so we have 94. 94 to start off. 33, 94, 33. 11, 93, or no, I'm sorry, 94, 33, 11. All right. Those seem like pretty good numbers. I like those ones today. Okay, so we have inner child oracle cards here, and we're going to use this to kind of punctuate the reading. Okay, something to kind of depart with. And I'll stop where it feels right. 39, you are wanted. There is a home waiting within. There is a home waiting within. All right. Okay, well, Libra. Hopefully you didn't say Capricorn. Did I say Capricorn today? I don't think so. My last reading was for Capricorn. So Libra, I want to tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel, definitely shout it out in the comments section. Yeah, I think that's it. Yes. I do not know what day it's Friday when I'm recording this, but oh my gosh, it feels like I don't even know. The weekend, Thursday. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I'm in like one of those weird periods of time where, aside from the fact that I was gonna say sister, my daughter has school, just every day there's just, I work every day. So there's that, but also it's just every day is like so busy that, I don't know, I'm just lost in the time warp. I just absolutely feel like I'm time traveling. Next thing I know, it's gonna be, I don't, like the holidays, right? The winter solstice, summer solstice, depending on where you're at, right? It's like 2 minutes away. I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up and it's gonna be, the new year. My goodness. I don't know. I'm just amazed by time lately. It goes on, and yet there's never enough of it. So anyhow, I love you, Libra. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night.